Welcome, everybody. This is Chivo Choice. Welcome to my channel, the Me Army, or as we know it, the Mandela Effect Army. Talking about the Mandela world and how it's affecting me and my observations. So, I wasn't going to do this video or even this channel talking about the Mandela Effect, even though I have been researching it and seeing a lot of videos and a lot of evidence that there is a Mandela Effect happening. But I was waiting for something to be more personal than just seeing other videos, and I wanted to see if the Mandela effect happened to me personally, even though I have been noticing changes and memories that are not in this time or reality. So basically, what happened was I was talking to an American friend of mine that we were talking about the Statue of Liberty. The first conversation, I asked him because I knew about the new bombing that happened at the Statue of Liberty, or the terrorist attack that happened on Liberty Island or Liberty Park, and I asked him about it, and I mentioned where was the Statue of Liberty. So in the first conversation, me and him totally agreed. We were on the same memory wave. And the same timeline, because he remembered as me that the Statue of Liberty was on Ellis Island. Um, so at that point, I didn't have too much of conflict over surprise because we were on the same time length, we were on the same wavelength, we were on the same timeline or memory wave. So I just wanted to research more on the terrorist attack at Liberty Island or Liberty Park, and mentioned to him in detail because he was an American that didn't hear about it or didn't even know about it. So that was kind of a little aha moment. But for me, the big aha moment was when definitely the second conversation. Second conversation, um, I brought it up again because I didn't leave it alone. I had a little more details, more evidence, dates for the Liberty Park bombing. And I mentioned to him if, let me see, what did I say? Okay, so I mentioned to him, what is Liberty Island? Before even mentioning the Statue of Liberty one part again, I asked him, what is Liberty Island? Him being American should have been right off the top of his head, oh, Liberty Island's where the Statue of Liberty is. Common sense, right? But he did one of these, like, not shocked, but a surprise. What are you asking me? I don't know what that means, or what is that? You know what I mean? He just did one of, I don't know. I don't know. So when I basically broke it down to him that Liberty Island was or is in this dimension, timeline, um, universe, Liberty Island is where the Statue of Liberty is located in this timeline. What got me is not that his shock or his no, because we were talking about this a couple of days ago, and agreeing on the certain fact that the Statue of Liberty was on Ellis Island. Him being an American was backing up my memory of learning American geography and history. So, what got me was the second time, or where when I mentioned, well, Liberty Island is the Statue of Liberty's actual island. He kind of reset it and said, "Yes, that's obvious. That's yes, you're right." And that shocked me because didn't you like 2 or not even a second ago didn't even know or even heard of Liberty Island? He didn't even hear of it and was like, "What is it?" But after I mentioned the two, the Statue of Liberty being on Liberty Island, it's like he reset it and said yes. His whole timeline, the whole timeline, what we spoke before, got resetted to the timeline of this reality or this universe. So obviously, that's why I'm up at 2:40 a.m. because I can't sleep, thinking of the Mandela effect and how it's affecting everybody. It's one thing to remember something or not remember it. But when you reset on spot, I think we have to look into it a little deeper and see why people are having these glitches or deja vus or I don't know. The matrix is breaking down. So that's why I opened up this channel. This is an introduction video to my channel, The Mandela World, collecting experiences, collecting theories, collecting what you think, what I think the Mandela effect is. And yes, the Mandela world is around us. So let me break it down. One theory of mine is that we are merging. And there are certain logos, letters, phrases that will tell us that we are merging. If we take them as totems or, totems to designate our reality or the reality that we are in, we can see where we are at the present moment. For a few examples of the merging of the words, like the word merging of the word, the merging of the words and logos and letters is just another step of the Mandela effect merging two realities. Here are some examples. So as you can see, the T or the two T's became one T. They merged into one T. Here, you can see the E and the V with the E and the T merging. Here, I want you to focus on the U and the R becoming one. Not the N or not the pyramid. That will be another video. I got a theory on that too. And as you can see here, T and the V also merge. These are just some examples of patterns I've been noticing during the Mandela effect. And here is my theory on this. Going back to the totem, like that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. The totem is an object that grounds you to your reality. And it makes you realize that you're not losing it in these other dimensions or other realities that you are interacting with. Because remember, we are relative to our reality that is around us. And if that reality is changed, we do not. That's why our memories stay the same. Even though history, or even if you Google it, it has changed or hasn't changed. But my memory or our memory from the past has. So, going back to the totem, these right here I believe are totems for the generation or the Mandela generation, which I like to call because they seem not to be affected or see the differences or similarities or the patterns in the Mandela effect. So I call them the Mandela generation, where they see these kind of logos, merging fonts, merging words, they feel comfortable because obviously that is their reality. That is a totem for them to feel comfortable in their reality that they live in. For me, unfortunately, these totems are not making me feel comfortable and relaxed. They're making me feel anxious, and they're making me feel a little bit like on guard. What is next? So, in my reality, the totem for me would be two words not merging, if that makes any sense. Like sweet tarts having two T's instead of the one T that becomes the sweet tarts, if that makes any sense. So, in the future, we're going to see more Mandela effects, more than just the effects that everybody else talks about. We're going to see more personal effects in our daily lives. We're going to see more um, effects in cultures, in different languages. So be on the lookout for that, and please report, because if we vlog every memory we have, there is a chance that they will be vlogged and be saved. So I'm going off topic a little bit. I don't want to run off, make this a 15-minute video, 20-minute video. It is, kind of late. So going back to the totems, if you notice a pattern or assimilation of this reality, or you know what I mean, please mention it. What else? There was a couple of things that I've been wanting to mention, but those are the two topics. Why I started this channel, the Mandela effect, the Mandela world, and why I'm seeing these, or my theory on why I'm seeing these patterns of merging words. So yes, I'll be talking more about the Mandela world that we live in, because it is happening every day. And I will be talking about my theories, my topics, why things are happening. And like I said, there's going to be another video on the pyramids that you see now instead of the A's or the upside down B's. But that's another video. Stay tuned or come back, like, subscribe, share, comment. This is a live stream, but I will be doing more professional videos. This is just a video that I did because, like I said, I had to get it off my chest and trying to go to sleep. So definitely come back to the Mandela world, Mandela army. You already know. Sign up, like, subscribe, share, comment, and I'll definitely comment back, write you back. If you have any suggestions on what kind of Mandela effects you'd like to see, hear about, or my theories on any kind of the Mandela effects, definitely link me up. But once again, remember, do not get mad, because there are different stages of awakening or waking up people. I suggest not waking up everybody, because not everybody is vulnerable or everybody is up to that level. That's why I call the Mandela, what do you call it? The Mandela generation. Just kind of like went out there. Mandela generation, where they do not understand what we are saying. And it's not that they're haters or they, you know what I mean? It's just that maybe it's a different timeline. Because remember, if I am older than certain of these Mandela generation that are not affected, obviously they will not have the same memories that we have, or I have. But if there was someone that possibly lived the same timeline or roughly the same age as I am, then there might be some memories, similarities, and there might be some patterns that we might notice, or we might remember things differently. Because as I said, that was the reality or universe that we came from. So, a little quick theory on what is the Mandela effect. My theory is, even though that people are saying that the Mandela effect happened when sarin was turned on 2013, one must think, if they are going back in time and changing certain scriptures, certain historical events to go on their path or to their whatever agenda, you must think that changing one thing in the past will change a lot in the present and in the future. Being said, the timelines, one little thing, even a butterfly effect talks about this. One little thing changed in the past will just butterfly into another timeline or another way. So, for example, I know I'm confusing a lot of you. So let's say I'm from Sarin. I go back in time, okay? I change, let's say, Jesus's robe or Jesus's thought, or at least something about the Bible, which they are doing, if you think about it. His word or his actions, or even the people that follow his word in action, will change because that one instant where we remember of being either a positive or negative will change to the opposite, whatever that is, and then another outcome or another timeline of outcomes and choices will come down or will appear or will happen. So therefore, it's very complicated. Um, so what is the Mandela effect? I just broke it down how it happened. Basically, the Mandela effect is either our universes or realities merging. A lot of people might say, if that is, then shouldn't there be already one of us in this reality? And what happened to them? Well, yes. Two. What's the saying? Um, oh my God, it's too early. I can't really think right now, but um, the same mass can fit in the same spot or in the same place at the same time. So if I do see myself, I can I'll eliminate myself or I'll erase myself. But if I do merge with myself, I will become either the old me or the new me. Makes sense? Not really. But you got to think about it like this. If the two worlds merge, like this is my world that I came from and this is your world that or the other world or the second dimension or whatever, and they merge because of sarin, they get lined up. Or first they get smashed together. Smashing together is basically what you're seeing right now with the tarts, sweet tarts, with the merging of the letters. You know what I mean? And that's when the confusion comes. Why did this happen? Why did that happen? And that's where we fit in. When it's mushing together, we're not understanding properly, or we're asking questions, too many questions. Now, there's going to be a point where it aligns. You know what I mean? Timelines align, universes align, and that's when you see new Mandela generations. New Mandela generations where the past history is going to be changed. They're only going to know what they're being taught from this point on. And we're not going to be remembering as much. And that's why we got to vlog these videos, vlog these events, vlog everything you can about the Mandela effect so future generations can know how things were in the past or how things were in a different timeline. Saying that, I'm not thinking that everything's going to change. I'm just thinking few things are, like I said, if Berenstein was Berenstein instead of Berenstain, it's probably because something happened into the creator timeline that had to change the name, or a different author got the book deal and not the one that we know, if that makes sense. So, going back. I know I'm jumping all over the place. It's already almost a 20-minute video, but I'm glad you're sticking with me. And if you're understanding what I'm saying, definitely you're on the same wavelength. If even a little bit of what I'm saying makes a little bit of sense, you know what I mean? It's because we're on the same wavelength. So, merging realities. That is a possibility, a very possibility. Maybe not, if you think about it, sarin at 2013, if that opened a black hole for someone to go back and time travel or do a butterfly effect and affect different outcomes in the world, how do we know that it's not happening every day? Like, how can I put this? Today's timeline, if there's infinity timelines, infinity universes, infinity worlds, each one will come up to this point in time. And in each reality, we are one step closer to the actual point of time travel. So, in this reality, we have no time travel. Yet. You know what I mean? Nothing in the paper, nothing recorded, nothing on Google that we can say definitely proof that time travel. There's always theories like the Mandela effect, but there's not a program out there saying we time travel like the moon. We go to the moon. We go to the space. We go to oceans. You know what I mean? There's nothing saying at the moment, but it's because we don't have the technology at this moment. I don't believe. But in a different reality where the timeline becomes different, every reality closer to the infinity to the center point, we have advanced a little bit. So in an infinity of universes, we advance a little bit. We are at this point, at this time, at 2:56 today, we are time traveling in one universe. And if that is possible, we are crossing dimensions and time barriers. And that's what you're seeing. You are seeing people affecting history to to predict or to make sure what the outcome is in the future or even in the present. So maybe I'm rambling because it's a little late, but that's definitely one of my theories. Um, so yeah, thank you very much for stopping by, clicking the like button, clicking the play button because that's very important. Like, subscribe, share, follow, and definitely follow me on more Mandela effects because this is a Mandela world that's happening around us and it's happening every day. So I'm going to be documenting, I'm going to be broadcasting, and I'm going to be reporting on the Mandela effects that happen to me and around my world or what I've been noticing. There's tons. And I'm not talking about the same Mandela effects that I've been seeing on the web because there's like 100 Berenstein Bear Mandela effects, but there's only two talking about the pink dolphins and the pink elephants. So that's what I'm saying. There's more out there, more Mandela effects out there because it's happening every day. If you are affected or a Mandela affected, because this is a Mandela world, please report. Definitely. There is a community out there that will support you, not call you crazy. Sure, the Mandela generation will because they don't understand what we're going through or what we're seeing. It's probably better that they don't. But this is definitely a community that I can say we're not crazy. We're not crazy. So definitely don't feel afraid to come here and share your Mandela effects or even share your Mandela effects because maybe in the future everybody will notice, aha, we were right. You know what I mean? Um, so yes, definitely. What else I was gonna say? Lost track there, but it's because it's early. So definitely come back if you have any Mandela effects and report on what you're seeing. You know what I mean? And if you're seeing Mandela effects for real, that's report. That's respect. But if you're reporting or you're making videos for views and money, I guess that's a way to get a job. But you're not helping the cause. You are just either regurgitating the same psyops, what I've heard a couple times, or the same, you know what I mean? But there are bigger pictures out there, or there are more Mandela effects than just Berenstein, Coke, Kit Kat. I can name a few. But before I go, yes, definitely. Before I go, I was going to talk on this, but definitely. So, talking about the Mandela effect and Sinbad and the other effects that I've been noticing. Sinbad. I don't want to regurgitate what the Sinbad or the Sinbad Shazam Mandela effect is, but I do want to talk about the Sinbad fighting back video. The Sinbad fighting back video is very interesting to me because I I know that it's a spoof or basically making fun of the people that believe in the Mandela effect. He put a lot of money into it. He put a lot of time into it. He put a lot of effort into it. If you have seen the spoof, you will see few things pop out. So, here are the things that popped out to me. In the video, he's not just making fun of us with the Shazam reference. He's also, if you notice, he puts a little Easter eggs or some Easter eggs in there. Watch it. I'm telling you. First, or not in order, but what I noticed was the Kit Kat with the slash. Making fun of us? Not making fun of us. I don't know. Where are you going to get that? I don't know. Reprint it? That's money. Number 2, King Henry. When the little girl fell, he had a King Henry painting in the back. I'm pretty sure it had a turkey leg. You know what I mean? 3, there was a map, and I'm pretty sure that map showed what I remember where Australia was, what the island that beside Australia was that's not there. The continent of Central America and South America were below Canada and the United States, not to the side. So, there's plenty in there. Those are just a few. So, if it's okay, so my thing is him making fun of us being fake. All these Mandela effects that he put in there are being fake. But here's a Mandela effect that I'm not sure a lot of you remember, or even is a Mandela effect. How many of you remember the singer Aaliyah that died in a plane crash? Okay. How do you spell Aaliyah? If a lot of you in the Mandela generation remember Aaliyah with a double A at the beginning, it's always been like that. But in my reality, double A at the beginning is not how you spell Aaliyah. Because it's not Aaliyah. It's Aaliyah. I remember it was some different spelling with the L's or with the I's, but not a double A. So, where am I coming from this? If this is a Mandela effect where you remember Aaliyah only with one A and not double A at the beginning, why does Sinbad at the end do a reference to R. Kelly and Aaliyah? Age ain't but a number. That made me think. Why is he referencing that? So that's how I found out about the spelling. Like I said, I could be wrong. I could be remembering it different, but I do not remember Aaliyah. I remember Aaliyah. One A, not two A's at the beginning of her name. So this is making me think. This is a spoof video with a Mandela effect that is, or if it is a Mandela effect, I've never seen it covered on a video. Now, what does that tell me? Is he making fun of us? Or is an alternate reality or merging universe coming through? You know what I mean? So if he spent all this money to make fun of the Mandela affected, why is he putting Mandela effects that we haven't talked about yet? Why is he putting Mandela effects that we haven't even brought up yet? And that's what I mean. We have to get off the topics of the Berenstain Bears. It happened. There's other Mandela effects. You know what I mean? So, big shout out to Sinbad for that video. I'm glad you're taking at least April Fools. You know what I mean? April Fools to the extreme. That was dope. But my question is, why are you putting Mandela effects that we haven't even covered yet? Or no one has ever covered yet? Do you know something we don't know? Is there something that you want to tell us? Sinbad, please come forward. So basically, basically that's been my video. I'm gonna go and think about more Mandela effects or more observations that I've been noticing. And I'll be coming, reporting, like I said, reporting to you. I'm not going to put it in a one term. I'm going to try to explain these terms as lame as possible. You know what I mean? So everybody can understand, not putting it in any negative religious or terms. You know what I mean? Because that turns off a lot of people. When you focus on one aspect of life and you like look through that peeping hole all the time, you're gonna have a little narrow sight. So what I like to say is have a big grasp of everything. I mean, look at it with both eyes and not through a peeping hole. So yes, I'm gonna be coming here more often, talking to you about the Mandela effects that have affected me in this Mandela world. And I'm just building my Mandela army, the me army. Um, Once again, thanks for watching. This is Chivo Choice for Mandela Army, or Me Army, the Mandela Effect Army, talking about the Mandela world. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, share, comment, and share your experience as well.